This is Jamie Drummond with Good Food Revolution. I'm standing here with Chef Marc Thuet. I always say Thuet. Is it Thuet or Thuet?
Well, it's whatever you pronounce it, you know.
No, I'm serious. What would
it's
it be?
Thuet, yeah, it's Thuet. I mean, some pronounce the T, some don't pronounce the T. So. But normally, you know, back home where I was born, they call Thuet.
How do you find working as a fourth generation Alsatian cook in Toronto?
I mean, Toronto, I was, like I said, I just came back from Vancouver. I didn't say that, but I just came back from Vancouver, where we filmed the second season of Conviction. I was actually very glad to go back to Toronto. I think Toronto, food-wise, is a great city. You know, we have great restaurants, and it's. I don't know. Listen, I came to Toronto. I stayed in Toronto. I love Toronto. So, it's going to be very tough for me to stay anything better in Toronto. Toronto is a great city.
Now, tell me a little bit about your brand new cookbook, and why did you decide to do a cookbook?
Why did I decide to do a cookbook? It's because Biana forced me to do a cookbook. You know?
This is your partner.
Yeah, my partner Biana. No, I mean, a lot of people always ask me, what about you writing a cookbook? And I never really took the time to do it. And last year after we did the first season of Conviction, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. And I decided. It was just, I tell you, it was like all my decisions that I always make. It was done from one moment to the next.
One thing I've found very difficult over the years is actually getting chefs to write down recipes.
Holy fuck, tell me about it.
So how did you find getting those ideas and those recipes that you would normally see as being just natural for you and putting them down into a form that somebody could actually replicate at home?
I actually would call it a nightmare, and it was a nightmare because it was so many things happened. I thought, okay, you do it, okay, you call French food my way, okay, that's my way. So I went and I did it. You know what I thought? It was my way. And then in the middle of all the, I don't know how many recipes I already wrote, I get, I have the people from Penguin, sorry. It's like we woke up at 3 this morning, that's why. I have the people at Penguin who come and say, no, Marc, that's far too complicated. Meaning, you have to make all the recipes well less complicated. So, right middle in, I already had written, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 recipes, I started all over again. And to write recipes were a little bit less complicated.
What does Canadian cuisine mean to you?
I think, Canadian cuisine is I think it's fucking massive. It's huge. It's, but people don't talk, I don't think we internationally proud enough to actually stand up on a table and say, you know what, we actually do have Canadian cuisine. We have great wines, we have, we have great foods out there. Look, the chefs, some chefs opened the way, like Jamie Kennedy, he opened the way, and long before that, I used to work for a chef when I came to Canada. That was fucking long time ago, and his name was Albert Schnell, and he actually at the Hilton. He used to be the chef at the Hilton, the Queen Elizabeth in Montreal, and he was transferred to Toronto when the Hilton was where the Westin is now.
Yes.
And he really gave us that love of Canadian cuisine. He really made us believe in that, to use products, produce meat from the country, and because we used to bring everything in from France, and he was really the first guy. He was the first guy who showed us a little bit that, who gave us a little bit that light, and saying, you know what, yeah.
What are your thoughts with regards to using local product and the in seasonal cuisine?
Oh, I think it's very important. I think it's a must. I think we have to. Our generation really have to show the way for the next generation, because that's of chefs coming up, because that's the only way. And I think In Toronto, you have the example. I mean, you go see Grant at the Black Roof. I mean, you know, that's all. These guys who really follow that kind of tradition, if you want to call it that.
Chef Thuet, thank you very much for joining us today. Good
Please, it was a pleasure.
I look forward to catching up with you very, very soon. Probably about 5 minutes later.
Okay, excellent.
Take care, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.